Hello and welcome to a new simple tech review. Today we would like to ask the question, is it worth to buy a cheap under $20 dash cam for your vehicle? To explore the answer, we bring you the G1W Dashcam Clone review. The original G1W is a tried and tested dashcam that always yields very good results. The video quality is rather crisp and clear, and it boasts a good processor. Nowadays, you can buy an original G1W for about $50. But what if you don't necessarily want to spend that much or you can't afford it? Should you then look for a cheaper dashcam like the G1W Clone? How bad could it be? Before we answer the question, let's have a look first at what comes in this box. This one's pretty straightforward. You have the camera itself, the power plug, the windshield mount, and a spare mini USB cable to transfer files to your computer or to use it as a webcam. The G1W Clone costs anywhere from $20 to $25 and it looks almost identical to the real deal. Sometimes the only way to tell them apart is to watch the resulting video files or to open the camera up and check the processor chip, which can be a bit troublesome to do. Taking a look at the physical aspect of this camera, the one that I acquired has a very nice and shiny metallic blue color, which seems very appealing, but unfortunately it is an attention grabber from a mile away. The shiny blue reflective color stands out in your windshield like a sore thumb. No matter where you install the camera, it will be completely visible from the outside, which is something that one tends to avoid when using a dashcam. Either if you're going for this or another dashcam, I would definitely recommend black matte colors to make them more inconspicuous. I ended up painting mine black so that it would be more discreet. You can see from these before and after pictures the huge difference the color makes. Now, one thing I would like to point out is that I always use my reviewed devices for a couple of weeks before giving you a final report on them. This is because I want to get to know the devices inside and out and give them the everyday wear that any consumer would, and to see if any problems arise over time. With this camera, my impressions changed drastically from the first day to the first month. Let's have a look at why this is by watching some sample videos. This is the camera performing on the first few days of use. As you can see on this late afternoon video, the quality is not bad at all. Even though the image is not super crisp, this can pass as a decent enough quality video for your everyday dashcam needs. The viewing angle is nice and wide, and license plates and street signs may be read when up close. Do notice though that the sky is overexposed and will almost always appear as a bright white, regardless if it's cloudy or if it's a bright sunny day. Here's a night video sample during the first week of use. Even though the street lighting was somewhat dim, you can still see the details of what's in front. I would say again that the quality of this is rather acceptable. Now let's forward a month and see how the camera performs then. You can still see that the sky is overexposed, but something else has happened here. If you pay close attention, you will see that the video looks quite blurry in comparison to how it looked during the first week. Street signs and license plates are no longer readable, not even from way up close. So what happened here? Apparently this seems to be an issue with these G1W clones, that over time, be it from the shaking while the car is in motion or a temperature problem, the lens loses focus gradually. And it appears to be a progressive problem, that is to say that it will only get worse over time up to the point in which the video is completely useless. Have a look at this side-by-side comparison of how the camera performed on the first few days on the left and how it performs 1 month later on the right. It is very apparent that the one on the right is quite degraded. However, interestingly enough, after 1 month, the night video doesn't seem all that affected. But then again, there is less details to pick up. So, to answer the question, should you get a cheap under $20 dash cam like the G1W Clone, which is about half price of the original? And I'm sorry to say that the definitive answer is no. As a rule of thumb, you should not be looking to purchase any dash cam that is sold for under $40, even if they say it's the original or as good as the original. And even then, don't make your purchase solely on the price, because sometimes sellers will overprice cheap cameras to make you think that they are better because they are more expensive. Nowadays, you will find lots of dash cams in the $10, $15, or $20 range that have really bad video quality, so unless you really don't care about video quality at all, you should stay away from them. Also, note that just because a dash cam is advertised as being HD or Full HD 1080p, that does not mean that it will have a good video quality. So my best advice to you is to read and watch as many reviews as you can before you buy. And preferably stick to well-known models and brands such as the original G1W, the A118, the Mobius, Vantrue, or Xiaoyi cameras, which have been tried and tested over time by thousands of consumers and always have good results. In the end, this is the classic example of you get what you pay for. And I would definitely say it's better to pay a little more and not to regret purchasing an inferior product. I hope you liked this video, and if it helped you in making a better decision for purchasing your next dash cam, considering subscribing to our channel. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next review.